That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's go live and get this train off the tracks. 8:27. Y'all ready? I guess I should have waited to record, but I'll figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 184 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game podcast. Tonight, small smattering of news. We have, and the Game Awards nominees are, ... We'll be waiting a little longer on the Steam Deck. GTA, the Definitive Edition, Problem Edition. I messed that up. Well done, Brant. You did it right. I did not. Xbox 20th Anniversary. Nintendo OK Smash Tourney? Question mark.
What's up?
WB Smash
Bringing
Brothers
you all the
announced.
news.
We're going to be talking lots of, genre platform fighters. Bobby Kotick, Activision Fallout. That's not going to be a fun story.
Yeah, you
but
threw
we'll
your
get through
nudes
it
in there.
because it seems like there's power to the
Now I'm
people.
awake.
And that is going to be our news we discuss. I'm Richard Bergman, joined tonight by
It's a
Brandon
lifestyle.
McKee, the newsmaster. And it's us. You did. I threw a couple things in there, but I also heard nudes, so I was like, wait a minute.
Yo.
I threw the nudes in. Coming in with no nudes and close required is Cesar Concepcion II. Hey, you're here with us. You're choosing us as your lifestyle. And we are happy you did this.
That's all right.
I'm with you on there. We're all learning this for the first time, but Brian probably created this story.
See, I've heard
All
of
right, let's
these.
jump into the news.
Well,
I think
really,
we all have pretty
the biggest
decent
one, I
game
guess,
slate we
the
wanna
most talked
discuss.
about one would be the one
Our
for
bread and
Game of
butter.
the Year.
And the Game Award nominees are...
Surprisingly,
These
no,
up beforehand.
Forza, it's
This might
not
be a
on there.
scramble for me.
No, Halo Infinite does not make the cut.
Returnal on there? I heard a lot of good things about Returnal.
Nah, that's
No
one.
Returnal?
Nah, no Returnal. That was actually one that people were wondering about, but
Mhm. Halo Infinite.
so
GTA's got to be on there every year. So
GTA 5, yeah, for sure.
What kind of list is this? Okay, got to be GTA Trilogy. Those are all really three really good games. It's got to be on there.
The actual nominees for Game of the
Somebody
Year
said-
are as follows. We have
We're going to talk
Deathloop.
about how bad those
It's,
remasters are, but
yeah.
It
I saw
Takes
somebody
Two,
say that this was just Rockstar proving
Long
that
Metroid
Metroid
they need to
Dread,
keep putting out GTA 5 over and
Psychonauts
over
2,
again. They can't do any other
Ratchet
ones.
and
It'll be
Clank
like
Rift
this.
Apart, and Resident
Oh.
Evil Village.
the Lodge.
Yeah, they're
I played all of them,
You're reading
but
that well.
it takes
I like
two.
the actual nominees.
yeah.
I ended up buying the PS4 one because I think that PS4 one of No Way Out is like ridiculously overpriced to get now, physical. Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
some of those are y'all's favorite games of the year.
I went ahead and just did It Takes Two. I bought off that GameFly sale for like 14.
That's on Game Pass now. We could give that a shot.
But I mean, of course, I don't think we really have the time to go through every nomination. Obviously, the Game of the Year is the
Out of breath.
one that most people. It's the one that gets the most buzz.
Not
Of course, you have everything else: best art direction, best mobile game, score and music. Yeah, I know one of the most controversial nominees
No.
is in the RPG category. If I can find it here, I know it's Shin Megami
Yeah.
Tensei is on there.
You know, the Cyberpunk thing.
Hmm?
I think the Cyberpunk
Music,
one's the winner.
audio
Yeah,
design.
and that's the thing
Mhm.
is Cyberpunk 2077 is on the list of best RPG, at least for the nominees, whether it wins it or not. And I'm having a A little bit
new
of
one?
trouble trying to find it on this list.
I don't.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk's on there.
There it is.
So,
So yeah, a lot of people are really questioning why Cyberpunk, given the fact
I'm there,
that
Brent.
to this
So
day
that
it's
category is
still
best role playing again. Is
very
Cyberpunk
broken.
2077, Monster Hunter Risei,
why it's
Scarlet
it's
Nexus,
even
Shimigami Tensei,
up for the
Senko,
nomination.
and Tales of
So.
a Risei. A lot of Risei in there. Cyberpunk. Yeah.
I believe when somebody goes to PC. Beautiful game you're looking at.
So you're kind of cutting out there.
I was watching
Nope.
somebody say, "Don't listen to the haters."
That's
I played
weird.
all the way through on Xbox One. I had no glitches. It was fine. They were
Zero.
playing the original Xbox
Zero.
One. Yeah, we don't hear you at all.
How about now?
There you are.
Yes. How about now? Even now? How about now? Even now? How about now? Even now? How about now?
What's
Even now?
what's
How about now?
funny
How
is
about
the
now?
position that you're in. You have
We're
a
almost about to capture the
reclining
flag.
kind of, I guess
Best
you could call
fighting,
it a
best
gaming
family,
chair.
best simulation and strategy, and these are
But that
always
little
fun.
pillow,
Yes. There you go.
that little pillow
these
that
are
sits
always-
behind your
these
head,
categories are
it
always
just looks like
fun,
you have
and
horns.
they-
So given the fact that you were playing with some of those filters earlier, it's
Yes.
it suits you, sir.
Why? Because I'm evil?
No, just with the voices that you were playing.
I guess you could call it a gaming chair.
Boy. The voices in our heads.
You do have the horns.
There's the demon. Cesar's demon has entered the room.
Yeah, give us another mic test. I don't know if that mic works.
It's still not clear when he goes outside that.
Sometimes they come to
Kind
fruition.
of. Sometimes
Right
it
here,
is, and
Brett
other
heard what
times
he
it just
wanted to
gets
hear.
all jumbled and it's too much bass.
Have to speak a little bit slow.
Yeah.
The laugh is where it's at, man, because we can't hear shit otherwise.
Angelic voice.
And we give the awards. First up is Deathloop.
Yes. Our Lord of Darkness, will you please read Game of the Year nominees once again? Brent read them in his angelic voice. Let's hear your thoughts on the 5 nominees for Game of the Year.
Metroid Dread.
A lot of dread.
Metroid Dread.
I bet you like that one.
Next up is Psychonauts 2. I'd like to psychologically mess with people.
Takes two to pull someone down to the depths.
Jesus.
Dread's a good fate.
Next up
Good
is
fate.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
You like to rip people apart, I'm sure. Not rip people apart.
Fuck. He's pleased. I don't know. The joke landed with him. Brent, don't make him angry. Don't make him angry. Just laugh at his jokes and laugh with him.
Yes, Resident Evil Village. Village of Evil.
Lots of witches and dark creatures and vampires and things.
I think my favorite character is probably the
Lord Satan. I think this last game might really be your
Oh,
cup
yeah,
of
the
tea. I think this
twirl
might be
zombie, yeah.
your type of title.
It's my favorite. Yeah, you just sit there like, I'm just gonna switch the knife and just constantly stab because I can't die. It's a zombie.
Some of your soldiers.
Thank you for your participation, Satine.
You're welcome. Peace.
And yeah, in a pillar of fire, like you just appeared.
Man,
Tell
did I
me
miss
your favorite
anything?
minions.
I was gone. I went to the bathroom. What happened? Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
I didn't hear any of that. If you'll see yourself out, and there he goes. He's going straight down. I just see him. He's disappearing.
So they came up and did it themselves, huh?
Oh, Cesar. Man, you can't go back to the bathroom again.
But there's-
all hell broke loose.
There's several different categories, several different nominees. You can always go to their
Yeah, we got a
the Game
visitor.
Awards website. to
some reason,
look them
he
over.
was,
You can also
not
go
happy
there
with
to
Brant's reading of the
vote
Game of the Year
in
nominees,
the.
so
There's
we
a
got
couple
the
categories
list
you
all
can
over
vote
again. It was
for
really weird.
your favorite titles.
Yeah, they came, and
Still
then
doing,
he
like,
went back
the
into the
best-
depths.
Like
Oh, we're glad you're back.
like not the presenter, but I guess like start with like community something, right?
Yeah.
What is it called? Which, no disrespect to any of those people on that list, I don't recognize any of them. Community support. No, it's not community support. Yeah, and it's no disrespect to them. Content creator. Yeah, it's no disrespect to them. I just didn't recognize any of them. I wasn't sure. Hey, but hey, the
Dream.
best esports team.
I know Dream.
Atlanta FaZe.
I can't remember what that
Atlanta
name
FaZe is in there.
was.
We can complete the duology. You win the World Series, and we can also win the best
I
esports
didn't
team.
either. It's like Face of
The
Gaming or something.
the duty of a calls.
Content Creator of the Year. Yep. You have
Ah,
What do they play? Where are they at? Ah. Best esports athlete. This guy's name is Simp. I think I know what that is, and I'm not sure that's best esports coach. And again, the Keeleys, the Game Awards as they are.
Wasn't the Series X
celebration
originally
of the
shown
industry.
at,
It's almost like a mini
at the
E3. There's
Keeleys?
gonna be tons of announcements and trailers and all sorts of stuff, and they'll
we
fly
saw
through
the
these awards.
giant
So if you've
refrigerator.
never watched one of these before, highly recommend. Super high production value.
that one in
Keeleys
we
been
got
doing
the
these
our
type of things for
Hellblade first look over there.
20
You know,
years
Yep.
now.
a lot of
Doing
good
that
stuff
shit
on
in,
there. I'm
like,
sure we'll get another
game trailers.
Hellblade look today.
Yeah,
This
so-
year. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's when we saw the big spinning monolith. Refrigerator, that's what it turned into. Yeah. See, and that's the stuff that always ends up being cool and surprising because that actress, I
25th.
should know her name, she
Throwing out
won Best
dates.
Motion Capture or Best Performance, something like that. And then she was like out there in her suit where you could see the suit that she had on for her Sinua's performance and all that, and it was
Wow.
that was really cool.
Sure.
Good
Okay. Yeah.
Look
You
forward to
just
the
hand
Game
him
Awards. They
hand him
are
some food when he's there.
December.
Yeah, grab some food while you're here.
Drum roll. I don't know. It's not in the article. December 9th. December 9th. December 25th. Oh, somebody tried to schedule my TV repair for Thanksgiving. I was like, I don't know about that's a good day. I was like, come on. Do they like football?
Hopefully into the month of
Probably
February.
football on when they bring the TV back.
It is. Yeah, it is February
So they
2022.
do
Everything
Game
comes out
Award
February. Yeah.
nominees. The next story is probably not a real story. Just go through it pretty quick. Chalk the Steam Deck up amongst the several delays that are going to go into both 2022 and 2023. Just February.
February 2022 is quickly
Yeah, it
turning
is.
into Dead
That's our one
Simulator.
line. We're sorry about
Hey,
this.
man,
We did
everybody
our
wants
best
to release
work
something on
around the
02,
global supply chain
2022.
issues, but due to material shortages, components are reaching our manufacturing facilities in time for us to meet our initial launch dates.
Yep.
Valve said in a blog post. So you probably see all of those kind of slip back depending on when your slot was before.
My favorite bit is that they try to bring you back into the fold with the hot coffee thing. They want you back in stores putting out adults only and
I
all
can
the,
see
on the
that.
boxes again.
That actually checks out. Maybe I did open
And then
some of these
recall them
stores.
and
Okay,
send them
next
back.
up, we alluded to it earlier. The remastered.
Well, it
PC,
wasn't even just
or
that too.
PC,
It was
the remastered
there was a
GTA
lot of
trilogy.
stuff.
It's kind of a nightmare, and yeah. So that's the gist of the article. Is the hot coffee mod. So yeah. I mean, it's messed up. Watch a bunch of
look
videos out there.
horrible.
I watched Digital Foundry's thing today, and all they did was break down GTA 3.
Or gosh,
haven't
the
watched
dude
any,
on the
There's
like,
some
mic.
weird
that's
choices
like,
in there where, you know,
I
when you
haven't
saw those
watched any
original
like
trailers
the
and how
the
they
analysis
looked and all
videos
that,
on
I
there,
was
but it
down
just
for the
seems like I already
styles.
can
I
tell
still
you
think the
they're
style is
converting to
okay.
Unreal Engine.
But some of the
So
AI,
I don't think that's the original engine
upscaling
originally on
it
there.
did with some of the
It wasn't originally
non-main
done when they were
characters.
converting
They almost
these
look like
like
Lego pieces. Yeah, their
different
hair
ports
is
on
like
like
this
360
black.
back in the day and stuff like that. I'm sure this is like the third engine they gone through. There you go, sir.
this is your definitive edition right here.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 2 releases.
No.
I still got the PS2 releases on my PS4. So
Oh yeah.
these are coming from they're porting to
And it
Unreal
goes
from
if
the
you even if
iOS
you go under
ports.
like bridges and
Yeah, Brent
uh
still has the
stuff,
definitive
it's
editions,
going
and that's
through
honestly what they're
things.
recommending.
What's funny is like it makes me do what I do in real life when it rains. I'm trying to get away from the rain.
And
I can't even
there's
play the
weird
game
choices,
anymore.
like there's
Like,
really weird rain glitches where the rain is just like super thick where you can't even hardly see, and it
yeah.
I can probably
So-
guarantee what it is the
Yeah.
rain is a foreground thing, and it's set up to be
but on
whatever
the game,
you're
like
whatever you're
whatever
doing
design
right
decision
there.
they made, it's on you.
In
Like,
the game,
it's
you're
not
still
the
running around the
simulated
regular
or
environment, but
anything.
for
Like,
some
it's
reason,
following
the
you. It's
rain
literally
effect is
on you as
probably
you
in the
move around.
foreground, while everything else you're still doing is in the background. That's why you constantly see it no matter what. And even if you go under obstacles, bridges, piers, and things like that, it's still coming through. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Digital Foundry was saying it's something like that, but it's like the 3D version of whatever
that was always
2D
there, right?
Veil type
Yeah.
thing is.
That was always there.
And
I
it's just
remember doing
wild,
that on
but
PS2.
it was pulled
Yeah.
from PC for, was it 24 hours, 48 hours? Specifically because the hot coffee mini game got in there. And then other people have been pointing out that the car will grow, like as you bob and weave through the streets on GTA 3, the car gets wider. But the interesting thing is, it was always in there. So, like, how did this come through? How did this particular bug survive all these iterations? And it's just, it's kind of a mess. It's a low budget, high expectations. They want to sell a bunch of these things. Just trying to turn that around, and it's out there again. We can nitpick all this stuff. Those games are complete. I think nobody's having issues beating them, so you can play all the way through. There's just some weird jank and some weird aesthetics that you'll pop into. But almost all the music's there. It's out for next generation platforms.
I haven't
and
downloaded it
old
yet,
platforms.
so like I said, I bought the physical copy and it comes
The
out
one
in
thing I
December,
did
so I'm
take away
hoping
from the
some of this
Digital
shit will
Foundry
be
one, especially you might run into this if you play on
next
PS5.
month or so.
They're saying
I mean,
download
I don't know
the
this
best
article mentioned it,
performing
but
version,
like the
the
developers been
PS4
very
version
quiet.
Yeah.
Outside of
the PS4 Pro version,
taking down
on
the PC
PS5.
one is the only one they acknowledged.
So pull that one down.
I know some people have come
yeah.
out there and say like, damn, they took down Cyberpunk 2077 for like shitty bugs like this. Like they haven't taken down Rockstar for this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is what people were saying, not me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay. I mean, if you're gonna throw out the safety, the quality seal, go for it. You know what I mean? So.
These are two different animals, and you're talking to Brant, who's got a Rockstar T-shirt on. So
we're gonna get something in a couple months that they released this shit broke. They knew it was broke.
Probably.
That's what's gonna happen. It was broke. They should have probably let it cook a little bit.
It seems like a misstep for Rockstar with,
and now they'll just be running
brand
patches
recognition
for the next,
that these have. But
year and a
maybe
half.
these games just carry more weight for our generation of gamers, to where, a Schreier expose.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of San Andreas on Game Pass, and it played super smooth. Like, and it was that mind's eye of like, okay, this is what a PS2 game looked like. And even the people the character models look, I would say, even worse on that one than they do the other two games. And that was like the newer, more advanced, GTA on those platforms. But I didn't run anything game breaking. I played like the first two missions, I think, and it was super smooth on the Series X. I thought it looked pretty good, so I may tinker around with that a little bit more. I may see what kind of patches are going to come down the road for that, because it's a great, those three games are so good and they're so iconic.
Yeah. I think you talked about it was pulled down.
I wish there was a better
mainly
way to play
due
them.
to like previously deleted files.
Doesn't seem to be a recommended way to do
like
that.
What they said
have to go that route. But
unlicensed music, and then the hot coffee thing, and there was some other like developer notes and things that were left in there, and so. And really, well, what I heard was those retailers y'all had it set up,
I
or
should've
they had it
bought.
set up in the system, where if somebody brought in a copy of San Andreas
I
and said,
remember
"Oh, I want to
taking
trade
San
this
Andreas
in,"
off the shelf and
if you
putting that adults
scanned
only
it
sticker on it and
and
putting
it
it in the
was that
back, I should have
adults
bought
only
one of
version
those.
that you
And
guys
I
wouldn't
think my
take it.
copy is,
You
but
wouldn't take it on trade.
yeah.
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 Oh my gosh.
They wouldn't accept it for trade-in, but I mean, if you pop the disc out, you wouldn't know.
Good
But that was back
Lord.
in the day when they would penalize you for not having the case and all that. What I remember is if we tried to sell it, it was $1,000. It was like 99999 all the way across.
Yeah, they did.
That's probably why I didn't get one. They did that with like. Then they started doing that with SKUs that were street dated and stuff. So if you try to ring up one, it's like, sure, I'll sell you Halo 2, but it's $1,000. You want this Halo 2 before November 9th, you're gonna have to pony it up. Monday, Xbox had a 20th anniversary stream. It was a 35-minute thing, and it was as a game preservationist and historian or whatever I pretend to be and enjoy out of this hobby. It scratched so many itches for me because not only was it a 20th anniversary of the Xbox, which that generation was like the first time I had disposable income. Like I bought the system myself, and I put down money for new games coming out. That's across the board: PS2, GameCube, tail end of Dreamcast. I started scooping up Dreamcast when it was cheap. But just to think it's been 20 years, and it's so crazy to me. And then they really like today's a GameCube 20th anniversary. Y'all know that. And what did we get from that? Nintendo didn't even recognize it. We got nothing. And here you have this show Monday. Robbie Bach was out there first. He was a former Xbox executive that retired 10 years ago, and he was talking about trying to make the console, that kind of stuff. And it led into the unveiling of a 6-part documentary called Power On, the story of Xbox. And they showed us a trailer, and it's just, I cannot wait for this. I love these type things. I cannot wait to jump into this. And I've got a couple things on the original Xbox. Dean Takahashi wrote a book on it right after, I guess it was right after it came out. So there's great, they did a great job of documenting that stuff, and I cannot wait to see this footage and all the stuff they came up with from trying to pitch the console and trying to figure out what it was going to be. And
Yeah.
I heard this in another conversation. It's not an original thought, but like they were the first group that made a console that like pulled the off shelf parts. It was like, hey, let's grab this graphics card, let's throw this RAM in there, let's put a hard drive on there. You know,
just
they
to
were,
let you
they
know,
were off the
Talos
shelf
Girls on
parts.
the
It
chat
wasn't like a
saying that she had to
proprietary
restart the app because your voice is very
wasn't
robotic.
like
I
a
just told her that your voice
proprietary
is nerfed. So.
build of everything. Like the Super Nintendo ran its own OS and had its own bits and pieces, and so it's just there's some fascinating stuff with that launch of the Xbox. I can't wait for that documentary. Do y'all have any? Go ahead, Cesar. Nope. It's bad. It's been like this for weeks. We can't figure it out. The recording sounds fine. Thanks for having us up on Twitch, but you can keep it muted if you want to. Just listen to the podcast. The podcast sounds fine. We had like 53 people
Yeah,
listen last
I mean,
week, so
Halo's always it, man.
numbers are going up.
I think everybody remembers the
numbers
first time
climb.
they booted up Halo.
While we're doing the 20th anniversary,
And
do you want to talk
definitely,
about
I
any? Do
mean,
we have any favorite memories
Xbox
of
kind
Xbox
of
over 20
changed
years?
the game. I mean, obviously,
I've had y'all over for LAN parties.
there's
That's
been
kind of my legacy.
technically
for
online
Xbox.
games or downloaded games since the Famicom, but when you look at what Xbox came in and what they did as an original console, as a brand new player to the game, you know. Yeah. And then the live, and then eventually evolving it, and the party systems and the chat functionality and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it took how long to get party systems
Dreamcast,
and
PS2, GameCube, you had to buy an
party
adapter
chat
to get
and things
online.
like
This thing
that
had
for
Ethernet built in.
PS3.
It was right there, plug
Sony
in, and
is I mean, it's
look,
been Sony a while.
We're using Party Chat now on the Nintendo Switch, finally.
I know Nintendo still ain't there.
I have to use a transfer tool to transfer my save
Oh
over.
my gosh. Yeah.
That way they know I'm not manipulating my data. How dare I skip
Yep.
ahead and go back in time?
There are some things that they're nowhere close on somehow. All these years later, 20 years later, they're afraid of us cheating on Animal Crossing. That's what's holding it back. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's all about those bells. So the documentary series is coming out December 13th, and it didn't look like it's
Yeah.
locked behind a paywall.
It
It's going to
did.
be on the Roku channel and like 2 or 3 other places. So that's pretty cool. You'd be able to watch it anywhere. This all comes from fanbyte.com, by the way. They note that Phil Spencer is wearing a Halo Infinite t-shirt. Next up, this was big news, and it's
Yeah, there's
also,
like
you guys saw the sad part of this news?
34 or
Yeah.
36
All right,
games
so
that are getting
70
that.
more backwards
that
compatible
frame
games
boost.
are coming to Xbox, including the entire Max Payne and Fear series, and Time Splitters 2, which I
Wow.
put some time into. And all original Xbox titles and some 360 games will get frame boost and auto HDR. So check out that list. I tried on
I've
Oblivion
literally put, like,
before and
10, 15
after,
hours into
and it's
it
like a
already.
whole new game. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit.
I bought it immediately as soon
It
as I
is
was like,
night
how much
and
is
day
this
that
digitally? I saw it
change
was
on
$10. Like,
Oblivion.
I'm buying this.
It
I have a
helps
physical
Oblivion
copy. I was
out
like, I'm buying it.
tremendously. But the
I
sad
almost
part
bought
of
Nier
that,
for
and go
20.
look
I was
up that
like,
list.
it
It
might
says
go
our
somewhere.
Ridge Racer, was it Ridge Racer 6? I think
the only
was
one
the
that I
highlight
got-
for your list.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive, man. It's like
Yes,
50 or 60 bucks to use.
It was worth it.
I mean, that's like the only way you can play the Fear expansions is Fear Files, and that's the only time it's been released on console. I have
I
Fear
may go-
1, 2,
I may
and
go
3 on
have to do it
PS3, and I
too.
have all the Fears on 360. But Fear Files is only on 360 on console-wise.
That one's still hard to find, too.
Yeah, and there were expansion points. One was Extraction Point, the other one was Perseus Mandate. But that wasn't done by the original Monolith software team. That was done by like another team when Vivendi had the publishing rights for it. So.
Fear Files.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I love when they point out, like, I think Ninja Gaiden's on this list,
I
right?
was,
When
yeah,
they point
I
out, like, hey,
I was
you can play
laughing to
this whole week.
Togi because I
We
was
call
like,
them
one of my friends
dedicated
I haven't
Yakuza
met
boxes
since
and crap
college.
like
That was the
that.
first thing
And,
he fired
you
up.
know,
He's
it's
already
cool
like
when
6
you
hours
have an
into
entire
Otogi, and I
franchise
looked
that you
at
can
what
play
he
on
was
this one
playing.
box.
I was looking, I was like, damn, he's the only person I see my friends
does
playing Otogi. He's in. He's going in.
Yakuza. It does.
He's like, he's probably like,
It
finally,
does.
my time has come.
Otogi
Like,
from
in there.
Software for Xbox out of the blue. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh god, second last,
Yeah.
I can play it again. That's awesome. But they did announce, because this is our first round after 2 years, and we talked about it on this podcast when they cut that, when they stopped doing that. But this is the end of them. No more backwards compatible titles, which wah, wah. There was a follow-up interview, but I didn't put this in news, but there was a follow-up interview later on this week. It might have been today,
Yeah.
actually. But Phil Spencer was kind of arguing for game preservation, where he said, you know, emulators should be getting better and better. If you have something from years ago, you should still have a
I
way
wouldn't
to play
even
it without
mind if
having
they
a
came out
device
and say,
that's
all right,
unsupported. So
you know,
he's pro
the
emulation. Maybe
emulation
we
thing
see
to play
something like
Xbox
that
games are all 360
down the road.
You got to pay $50.
I just really like popping in those
$50.
discs and seeing that install.
Paid money for them to develop an emulator that runs everything
Time
off
Splitters
of
2,
this.
this will take up 2.3 gigabytes on your hard drive. I'm like, I could spare it. Let's go. This is a classic.
Yeah.
No, and
Well, I think they
and somewhat compatibility. Like you're gonna have
They
some
said
hits and misses,
that
kind of like
they've hit the
360
point
backwards
now is
compatibility, right? With the when
licensing.
you had the original Xbox, you have weird waterfall effects and stuff
yeah,
like that.
his
but
licensing
you could play
and
the game,
like you said, technical issues
go all the
on
way through the
trying to
game,
get stuff
so.
work on the hardware. Not
I
every
don't
game
want it
works
to be
on
the
the
end of it.
hardware.
It sounds like it is. Maybe they're going to come
It's
out
all like
later
the
and
trouble-
have a
the
new
trouble
branding
with it.
for it or some kind of legacy thing.
And all that can
or
change
lean
if,
into
you know,
the
like-
emulation, like Cesar said.
You know, people like other studios buy other studios, kind of like how we got the Revival, Double
can't
Dragon,
license
and
anymore.
other stuff in the past, and now we're getting like
Yeah.
re-releases of all those games. So that can change if somebody goes in there and buys somebody and they have access to a back catalog. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been buying every version of COD, and it's crazy. I got
Yeah.
like Almost got a whole dedicated
Yeah.
section of cotton. I should open up a GameStop of cotton. So
Yeah. Because what's disappeared now might not be off the table in 6 months. There might be some shuffling and rearranging. Or look at all these cotton games we're getting all of a sudden. I think that's a good example.
still got the Facebook.
Yeah, Seller voting with his wallet.
It's like one of the first ones, right?
Because my
There was a
cotton
THQ game. A lot of those THQ games.
another
after they
big
got
addition
bought up,
personally for me was the
got a lot of
outfit.
those
That was
THQ
one of my
games.
first 360 games, and I got big into the outfit. That was a lot of fun with taking down bases, and it scratched that Battlefront itch that I. Yep, I do have the outfit. It's a good game. I like the outfit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Relic developed, and they were like PC people. What's up next? A weird advertisement for Netflix
no,
movie
it
Red
puts
Notice.
the
There was a lot of
Playhouse
Dwayne Johnson
Playroom.
stuff. He announced a
Astro's
Halo.
Playroom.
They didn't put that
I
in.
get the Pee Wee Herman
News
name in
story.
there stuck in there.
He announced a Halo. He announced an Xbox like online museum type.
No,
thing
that was Astrobot
the
Rescue
way it
Mission.
looked like. I think the best
That was on
analogies
that.
for those who've played Astro.
What was the one where the Astrobot got on the bike and was going
Playroom?
across
What is
the
that,
trying to find the
PS5
bike?
back
What was
in?
that one? What,
Yeah, it's
is that a Pee Wee
Astro-
Herman one or is that Astrobot? I get those.
I thought that was the PS4. Astro's Pee Wee's Playhouse. And then what was the packet for PS4?
It's Astro's Playroom
It's back
for sure.
in the Alamo. It's Pee Wee Herman.
Playhouse.
Oh, so it reminded me.
Adventure.
The online museum kind of reminded me of the fan service that Astro pack-in for PS5 was, where you unlocked,
I've literally
look at that
saw
full-scale
porn.
PS2 and hit
People
the
were
power
just doing it
button.
on the couch.
I
I was
haven't
like,
checked
what
out
the hell?
this Astro's Playroom. What was the PS4 launch title? Astro something?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Brent,
you're talking about
launch for
like
PS4. When people got this, because it would show your
yeah,
living room
that's
and you
like
could broadcast
the-
to Twitch, people were just naked on the. That's
Yeah.
immediately what they did on launch day.
Gosh, what was that thing?
Yes.
VR chat.
They would
Basically,
boot that thing up and go to, because that's when the Twitch button
Oh,
was like linked
no.
into the PlayStation and Xbox at launch.
Oh god, it's like
And they
chat
had the
roulette.
camera.
Just get dongs in your face.
Was it Rec Room?
Uno
It was
friends.
like Astro's first appearance. It was the first time that robot was out and about. Basically, or Uno chat from 360. More great Xbox memories. Oh, dongs in your face. Halo Infinite talk. There was a symphony playing some Halo
Yeah.
music. I thought we were going to get like a concert series announced or a CD or something. I was down for this. We did not get any of that. That was pretty cool. They were in Australia and they were noting that it was on like indigenous ground or something. And I thought it was a pretty cool reference and shout out that they did. And they had a guy playing the didgeridoo. Is that the name of the instrument?
And this is still the producer.
That was cool as shit. And it's in the soundtrack. It's in the music. You can hear it. It's really good. They showed off a little clip from the Halo live action series coming to Paramount Plus next year. I feel like we've been seeing Halo footage of TV properties for years now, and never when they're like a Spielberg one at one point. Video game publisher, blah blah blah, and then the big drop right at the end was Joseph Staten was out there with the 343 Industries team, and they announced that Halo Infinite beta was out, and progress would carry over to the main game and get started and all that. And I know myself and many people who listen to this, and I think at least Cesar immediately tried to download and were met with a famous Windows blue screen as they had not rolled everything out yet.
Well done.
Am I frozen?
Finally, sir.
I thought I was frozen. Nope, I'm not.
Yeah.
We're just deep in thought. So those were your biggest announcements from the Xbox 20th anniversary. Of course, they showed off the console that celebrates it and the new controller and that kind of stuff. And I also jumped and got the new controller. We'll talk about that later on, though. It was cool stuff. I thought it was a great stream, and it was just a celebration. Those are always fun. It was a good time. No fluff.
Yeah.
Next up, Nintendo partners with Panda Global for Super Smash Bros. Melee and Ultimate events.
I think so, yeah.
This comes from Mike Minotti at GamesBeat, at VentureBeat. And basically, there's been a long history of Nintendo, like, did they do takedowns or They banned people from hosting Melee tournaments or adding them to Evo. I think Evo figured it out, right? Didn't they start adding Melee back? That it was after a bunch of backlash. Yeah, so they've announced, Nintendo announced today a partnership with competitive gaming organization Panda Global to create esports events for Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
My preferred controller.
Melee refuses to die. I think that's a big part of the story, and also Nintendo is embracing it. Like, sure, let's whip that one back out. People want it, and people still play it. So, and we're still got the damn GameCube controller for every Smash Brothers because people won't let it go from Melee. It's the Smash Pad. Yeah, gotta have it. I think this deal will take place next year. Yeah. This new series of tournaments will take place in North America and start in 2022. Hopefully, we will have no COVID or way less COVID restrictions at that point because we will not be spreading it amongst each other at that point. That'd be wonderful. And we can go back to being in big gamer crowds full of body odor and the hum of CRTs. We can just bask in the glory of our community as we hand out stickers with the NOFODcast logo on.
The little bad smells as you walk around.
Not that we're overdressed,
bad enough,
but
you just get them like whiffs of it.
Too bathed. I'm generalizing, of course, but anybody who's been to a convention knows what's up with the ambiance of the convention. The convention. So we haven't been to a PAX or an E3 or anything like that, but that's our time went to DreamHack that year and had
that's where we tried to reach out,
blast.
right? Was that or the Halo thing we tried to reach out?
And that was with Halo 5 competitive stuff, so it'd be a lot of fun to watch real competitive Halo Infinite now. I think that'd be pretty cool. They were pushing the hell out of 5, and now it's Master Chief Collection, right? What's that been, two or 3 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
We played Reach on PC.
So this was
a year before it came out. Oh, that was the hate. No, we
rumor
played
going
it
around
both.
about
We played it like different builds.
I think it was like 2
They were
weeks
like
ago,
6 months
2.5
apart from
weeks
each other.
ago. There was some kind of rumor floating around and some screenshots that got taken down of this weird game supposedly being developed by Warner Brothers, where all sorts of characters from their properties, such as Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and yeah, and Bugs Bunny and some of the Adventure Time characters and stuff, all being in a fighting game, like a platform fighter, and it just sounded too crazy to be an actual thing. And then the screenshots and things started going up of the character selections, and it started getting taken down by Warner Brothers, so people started thinking, is there some legitimacy to this? And sure enough, today they actually posted the video showing off what this is. So it's their multiverses free-to-play Smash Brothers like platform fighter deal. And of course, like I said, they have all sorts of characters from all over the WB
Spider-Verse.
Pretty much.
So you have like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Bugs Bunny, Finn and Jake.
Platform fighter.
Yeah. Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, Bugs Bunny, Arya Stark.
All names bring a Spider-Verse vibes. Yeah, this all hits the
I did.
No.
Yeah.
All the normal ones I think of Fireverse.
Oh, the Super Instinct Shaggy.
Yeah. It's confirmed. So they did say that this is going to be a little bit different. You can do the standard.
Shaggy had some like super powered move.
I guess where everybody's kind of on their own. But the main thing with this one is you can basically.
Shaggy beat Superman.
They only ever showed it like groups of 2 and like 2v2. Yeah, is what I saw. So it would be 4 players, but it's basically 2v2, and you can use each other's skills and moves to benefit each other. So like they showed like somebody falling off the ledge, but their partner is Wonder Woman being able to lasso them back up.
Like
Bugs
2v2
Bunny
co-op
digging
type stuff,
a
right?
hole on one
Yeah.
side, one side of the map, and then coming up in the other, and their partner could use the same hole and things like that. So they wanted it to be kind of this cooperative thing to differentiate from a lot of the other platform fighters. He
dug under a hole, and then their character went down behind them.
Yeah. And they did say that they're
hey, Brand,
striving for this to be
or do you want to do
the definitive kind of fighting experience where
that free-to-play and group-based
you don't have those disconnects, you don't have the input lag, and
certain type,
they
where
continuously want to keep offering more characters, more customization. So they showed off a little bit of the costumes and different stuff you can do with the characters. They did announce that a lot of the characters, I guess, actually have the known voice talent behind them. There was a few that like are just new voice talent, but a lot of the big ones are in there. So like just for instance, already my favorite for Batman, they have Kevin Conroy, who has voiced Batman in the animated series, in several video games, and to me is my definitive Batman voice actor. So, oh yeah. Oh, they better.
Yeah.
I already know if they ask him, it's going to be yes. Because if I've seen it, besides that, I've seen an interview, and his first thing is Kevin on there? Okay, I'm in. So him and Conroy are like that. Yeah.
I wonder if they'll have Mark Hamill for Joker.
And he does a marvelous Joker.
He'll do it. He loves that role, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Unlike I still haven't played it, but
he does. He really does. I remember him
broken, sporadic Nickelodeon All Stars kind of deal.
Carries across. It seems to be pretty advanced and
I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. I've seen stuff.
I bought it on PS4. So.
I've seen some stuff. I wish it was cross-platform because I've talked to somebody else, somebody who actually we played Halo with.
I just got it. It dropped at $20 and
Austin.
I got it. Has anybody played it?
That's what was his big tie-up. He's like, I don't know what to get it for because it's not cross-platform, and I don't know if I want to get it for this system and then somebody want to play on this system. So,
okay, friend of the show.
Oh, whoops. Yep.
Yeah.
It seems like it's very easy to spam certain moves over and over and over and just
for two people.
It looks like it could be a lot of fun, but it could also be very, very aggravating.
So it's like, hey, I guess we're gonna try this out now. So I might be able to give you some feedback on that and see how it looks. When I looked at, yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not the depth of Smash Brothers. I don't think anybody needs to go into that looking for it, but I think they'll pick these properties that they like, enjoy it, and then that might segue into, hey, this one's pretty good, and it's got Princess Peach and Donkey Kong.
February.
So we might get that too.
Yeah, always February.
That is, the game's called Multiverse. I don't know if we ever said that. Multiverses. Cesar coined Fighterverse. Multiverses. 2022. What month, Cesar? Probably February. It's probably coming in February 2022. Oh, trailer's playing. It was actually a really well done trailer too.
Smash
Like I
Brothers
said,
verse.
it sounds like they got their stuff together.
It's
and
funny,
they're
Sakurai
putting rollback
finally
net
finishes
code,
up
and
Smash
there's
Brothers,
things in
and
there
now
that
everybody
people
else
are
is
gonna
like,
wanna
all
look
right,
for
it's
and
my
check off a
turn.
list. Like, is this serious? So, wish nothing but luck for another competitor in the platform fighter space. Besides Kung Fu Heroes on Xbox, Smash Brother first.
Oh,
Oh, he's
gosh.
helping them. He's subcontracting for everybody else.
I was about to say, we
Nintendo
already have the
let him out of
definitive
his cell, and now he's jumped in other people's
PlayStation
cells.
All-Stars
He's
Battle
free. Lock him
Royale.
up. Make a platform
Yeah.
fighter for us. Are there any other good universes that would make good platform fighters? Could we get a? I still want Sony to take another crack at PlayStation All
I mean,
Stars.
honestly, oh gosh.
They have.
I mean, a lot of people talk
I mean, it takes
about
that
how
type
bad
of
PlayStation
yeah.
All-Stars was.
It takes that
I
type of
actually I liked it a good
media
bit.
property, I guess.
It
like
definitely
a
had its
PlayStation
faults,
or a WB or
but
somebody like that to
when
do something like that, right?
when those leaked
Well, what about a
images and
NFL?
things came
What about
out
an
of
NFL
the
platform?
things that never came to fruition, and like Crash Bandicoot was rumored to maybe be there, but one of the big ones was they were gonna add freaking darts from Legends of Dragoon. Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah. Sporadic.
Legend of Dragoon. Brent was heartbroken he never got the full expansion he wanted. Alright, last but not least, let's do an update on... I feel like we've been talking about this for months, but I think shit's finally hit the... Yeah. We're, of course, talking about Activision Blizzard. And... Is there a good summary in here? This is from The Verge. More and more reporting has come out from this story, which was, of course, sexual harassment, sexual assault, gender discrimination, and this has been building for months and months and months and months, and they've had pressure applied to them, and was it the state of California was coming after them for, like, the actual state? It wasn't just, employee Brent McKee has filed this. It was the state was looking into these allegations and starting an investigation. And as new reporting indicates, and in contrast to past company statements, CEO Bobby Kotick was aware of many incidents of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and gender discrimination at Activision Blizzard, wrote the SOC Investment Group, which works on behalf of union pension funds invested in Activision Blizzard and other companies. We therefore call on Mr. Kotick to resign as CEO of the company. I think since then, these are the shareholders that are issuing this letter. There was a Wall Street Journal report. In summary, The Verge says that Kotick not only knew about numerous cases of sexual harassment at the company, but worked to cover them up. Like, there was a famous letter that, I guess it's infamous, that I believe it was a PR employee supposedly wrote, and it was him who shadow wrote it and was trying to quell people discussing the issue under the Activision Blizzard umbrella. The follow-up to that was, in the aftermath of the report, Activision Blizzard's employees staged a walkout, their second 4 months, in protest of his alleged participation and enabling that saw the company sued by the EEOC, the California Department of Fair, Employment and Housing, and its own employees in 2021. After the news of the lawsuits broke in July, Kotick repeatedly expressed commitments to change, saying the company would implement a zero-tolerance policy and he would reduce his salary to the lowest allowed by California law. That was like a month after he received a $23 million bonus on top of his other normal salary. It's just, it's worse and worse and worse. And so I guess the overall summary, the eye has been on him for not taking the proper steps in his company. And now the eye is on him
Spencer.
because not only did he fail to do that, he is apparently also very much part of the issue. And I think it's coming to a head. We'll probably, hopefully, wrap up some of this.
Look at their
week.
relationship, yeah.
But you've had the head of PlayStation, Jim Ryan, who doesn't play old games, and you have the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer. They're both publicly saying this guy has got to go, and that's two of your biggest partners that are. I think Phil Spencer said it. He's going to have to look at the relationship between Xbox and Activision Blizzard, and they do not want to not have Xbox as a vessel for their Call of Duty machine and Diablo machines and everything else.
I know over 1,000
So,
employees have already signed a petition.
There's a lot to unpack. There's lots of research out there. Go read up on the stories if this is something that interests you, or you want to know more, or you want to follow up or support those who are staging walkouts, or you want to write letters, or I think there's an open letter for calling for resignation that's collecting signatures. So that's a way to, yeah. And it's hard, and as these things come up in the game industry, and I hope it's less instances of these overall, but it's a tough conversation in that, how do you vote as a consumer? It's as always says, vote with your wallet, right? That's usually our go-to on things. But then you're not hurting this guy at the top of the pyramid who's raking in dough, and it doesn't matter if a game is review bombed because people were trying to protest that way, or if sales bomb. It's the developer that's hurt. It's the people that are filing these complaints, and the ones that are in the workplace that's not a fit workplace, and they're being harassed and things like that. So,
yeah, and I don't even think I
don't have the answer. I don't think any of us have the answer. But there's good resources
I don't even know
out there for
if
you
we talked about it, but
to research that and look at, outside of just saying,
remember,
I'm not gonna buy one of their products.
Vicarious Visions.
There's more pieces to the puzzle
was
and ways you
pulled
can contribute.
from everything they were doing to help.
I think we've made it through that.
What was it? They were pulled to help with a different game, and I can't remember if it was I was about to say I think it was Warcraft, and they were told in a meeting kind of just offhand it didn't even matter
They put them on?
that they're no longer Vicarious Visions at all. They're now your Activision whatever.
Was it Warcraft stuff they were
not
helping on?
absorbed into Blizzard, yeah.
Yeah, you're Blizzard. So they Vicarious Visions had, all that work and everything they did with the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, the Tony Hawk 1 and 2, and everything they were doing, working really hard, and then they
no longer have their identity, and they had just recarved out another
put into
identity.
Blizzard. And now, of course, they're going to be wrapped up in all this mess because, like you said, it seems like all those games, all those developers, it's suffering because of all this. Things are being halted, and I know nobody's really talking about the new Call of Duty Vanguard, and
it sucks.
And it seems like sales are down. Yeah, Battlefield's not great. We've got Halo though.
No one. And Battlefield just.
I was going to say it's these recording.
Battlefield just unveiled their
recording up in the top
roadmap to
corner.
fix the game. It's like a 3-month plan to fix Battlefield. It's like, what is happening? It rises to the top, right? Am I recording this? Oh my god. Yeah, we're good. I just panicked. Yo. I just panicked because we cannot pull down that YouTube. YouTube footage is unusable as a recording. Yeah. Just a robot. Alright, we got through that one. It sucks. Some people are monsters, and it just... Our industry's so full of great people, and it's people like this at the top that we have to have these discussions with.
Well, he seems a little reluctant, but I mean, I don't think it's a question of
just sucks.
If he's going to leave. It's when. I mean, and it's going to be very soon. He's going to be pushed.
They're making money. They're out to make money. The anniversary event is to inspire you to buy more of their products, as well as reflect. Yeah. He's had backing from the board. I didn't bring that up but that's part of the issue, is that the board of Activision Blizzard is like all support behind him, And they're just, I mean, they make money when he makes money, so it's rotten all around. He's got to go. He's got to go.
Phil Spencer signature.
It starts at the top.
What it is?
All right, let's discuss some games. We were talking about, I'll get us kicked off. We were talking about all the 20th anniversary Xbox stuff, and I think we all, for our video listeners, or our audio listeners, we all bought this controller. Did you guys see the Easter egg? Have y'all heard about it?
Oh, I can kind of see. I kind of saw something for a second.
Monitor on. Oh, it's going to fucking work. All right, Brandon, you didn't throw away your box,
I don't know if I have a black light. Why you got a black light, bro?
Oh, that makes for good TV. All right, so if you shine a black
yeah, but my cats are good. They don't piss everywhere.
Can you make it out at all? Does it work?
Okay. It kind of faded for me.
Well,
oh,
Brandon,
wait.
You can do it with yours. Where's the right? Oh, that might. Looking for cat pee, man. You got cats? All right, there you can make out the top of it.
Uh-huh.
All right, you see in the middle, in the top corner?
I wonder if there's anything with the
see the bottom?
With the headset one.
All right, so if you take a black light. Has anybody
said anything about that?
The front of this
Probably
Xbox
not.
20th anniversary controller box, the Duke, the original Duke.
Oh, that's a wired headset.
Is in the background of it. I just thought that was cool as shit. I thought that was awesome.
I did.
I don't know. I'm not happy with that wireless headset I got, so I'm not keen on trying to investigate what's on that other one.
All sees monochrome, yes.
Might be better luck. This also came in since the last time we recorded. I know Brant got one too, at least. Cesar, you probably picked one up as well, The Legend of Zelda Game & Watch. And one of my favorite games of all time. My very first video game ever, as longtime listeners will know.
Yeah.
All sees monochrome. That is, of course,
that was the coolest thing. Is I'm sitting, I unwrapped it, I turned it on, you get that and immediately my son was sitting over next or across from me, and he goes, "Oh, the back! Look at the back!"
So bright and colorful in the background.
Yeah,
and then
it was the Triforce was lit up. It's a neat little thing.
Triforce lights up on the backside. Look at the back. So great. They do such a good job with these, and I love my Mario Brothers one. I want Mega Man, I want Metroid, I want Castlevania. Imagine a Castlevania Game & Watch with Castlevania 1, 2, and 3 on there. And maybe those Game Boy ones. Oops, I start singing the death song. So I'm on the third dungeon, I think, of Link's Awakening. It's one of my favorite games ever, so I can just pick it up and I know where to go. I know where the items are. I know when to pick up when you start the trade quest and what needs to go where, and so I'm just kind of plugging away at it. There's a couple people that I keep up with on Twitter, and we're almost game clubbing it. I know, don't be mad at me because I don't game club with y'all, but we're almost like sharing, because they'll share screenshots, and I messaged them this morning like, where you guys at? And everybody sent back where they were, and it was just a fun community type thing. They're like a retro community, and one of the guys is big into CRTs. That's kind of how I hit it off with him and was chatting with him about it. So, actually on Twitter, if you look at the CRT bot, one of our pictures from the Halo LAN party got last time I looked at it was 8,000 likes, and the official Xbox account said something to him. Said just like the old days or something like that. And so that was a pretty cool nod to our last setup for our LAN party. The other game I've been playing before we dive into the Halo Infinite stuff, my family got Mario Party Superstars, and we'd try this out and kind of see how it's going, and all of us had so much fun with this game. We did 10 rounds, which is the lowest you can go, and we did the first board. So it's myself, the missus, and 2 kids. And there's a handicap, so when you first set it up, there's a handicap that you can give. So if you're playing with somebody less experienced or whatever, you can give them stars to start the game. And I was like, I don't think we need to do that. Let's see, Mario Party's crazy. Let's see what happens. And we're going through, we're trying out the mini game. We're all learning how to play Mario Party basically, and see how the board works and which way the stars are going to turn, and just the normal hijinks that happen with Mario. I don't think there's a good way to play Mario Party because I was the best player all the way through the game and did not win. So it's almost like Mario Kart. You can get blue shelled at the end. But we just had so much fun, and it's been a while since I got into a Mario Party, and it's probably the fourth one on GameCube. And you would have to load into the practice rounds, right? But you just do it right on the screen on the board when you're playing this one. Like when it tells you what game is coming up, what mini game, you can practice it right there on that screen. You don't have to load into some like separate practice round. So I don't know if that's a new feature or not, but we really enjoyed it because we all could get the hang of it. And if one of the kids didn't know what the controls was, it's like, okay, this is what you do, move the stick this way, or all you're hitting is A. So most of those you're just hitting A on the, to do whatever, to jump for belief or whatever you're doing. And they got the hang of it, and they were always competitive. It was always a competitive round of whatever mini game it was. And then, when Bowser would pop up and steal people's coins, we'd all be hollering and screaming, and the star would flip flop. One person got a star. That actually reached the star because we always hit the event thing and it would flip to the other side where nobody was at, and it was nonstop hijinks. I like the little touches, like it's telling you a story of the Yoshis on the first island that you're on, and the story that it's telling you are like N64 screenshots of that first Mario Party, and then it's a collection of
good one that everybody
awards and
owns.
games. So in the top right, when you have a mini game that you have to play, it'll tell you what system it was on. It'll have a little picture of the system, and it'll have the game art, like the box art, not the box art, but the title script next to it.
Yeah.
So one was a Wii U. They picked a white Wii U for some reason, the 8 gig one that nobody bought the Wii U. Nobody bought the white one. So they had that, and then they had Mario Party 10 next to it. And so I was like, okay, that's from this one. That might be it. It's got the least amount of hours. It's got 0. Yeah, every white one you find has got 0 hours. We had so much fun with it. My youngest child was losing the whole way through. They got the most coins stolen from them. They lost the most 3v1 competitions somehow. All this kind of stuff, and they weren't.
Did they get predicted to win?
But
did they get
we were
predicted to win
joking all
by
the way
Toad?
through, but they don't want to look up and see they're in 4th place because it keeps track of you as you go. They got 2 of the special stars. They're
Toad,
the one that got around
Toad
to
and
unlock the actual star, and they came.
Who is it? Come in and they're right before it's the end of the game, like at the halfway point, and they're like, "Oh, we predict so and so to win." And yeah,
I was predicted to
it was
win.
you.
They're like, "Dad, it's gonna be you.
And you got
Look,
shafted.
you're winning the games, Dad." It's gonna be me. I never got a star.
I think Toad runs it.
Yep. It was the
Are you doing it in
prediction.
Toad's
me,
voice?
And I was Luigi. Yep. I was Luigi, and it didn't come through.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, it was just it's so funny because I'm reading the screen to him as who is it? Is Toad running the show or Lakitu? I'm reading it to him, and then the youngest gets. No, it wasn't. I should have. I'll try that next time.
This is the one you've been playing, right,
asking
Brent?
to play it almost every day
Yeah,
since then.
well, we actually
that
played
just,
Sunday. We did the exact same map and everything.
So it wasn't that too
And
awful long
what
ago,
take-
so we're gonna have to get back into it. It's we've created a Mario Party family, and this is a good one. Like I've read reviews and watched some videos of some other ones where you jump in the
Quality of
vehicles
life
and you just,
improvements.
there's all these gimmicks and stuff. This is just Mario Party. This is
Oh yeah, it's really good. My son wound up winning, and I was so ticked on that map.
yeah.
I was
we need to do the online.
hopefully at the end I'll get
pause
a
the online.
couple of those
Like if
superstars.
you don't finish a round, you just pause and come back to it. when
And they
everybody
only
else
did
can.
2 bonus stars on
awesome.
that stage. They're like, oh, this star, and then
What do y'all think,
this star.
Brent? Is it a-
End
is
of the
it a hit?
game. I'm
Is it a
like,
hit at the household?
there's usually
Yeah.
3 or 4 of those extra stars they're throwing around. But yeah, but that's the thing is I think it's because it's the beginner stage basically. And the last time we played on the hardest stage. The other thing I like is when you
Yep. They give away 2 on ours, and
it adds.
the baby got both of them.
But like you're saying, that those options are awesome, and I like the fact that you can right before you go in, you can choose what kind of mini games you want. And if you want, all of them,
And you
or
could
you
turn off
only
those. You
want
could turn off those bonus
GameCube
stars if you
mini
just don't
games,
absolutely like those.
or
But I think it's Mario
ones that
Party
were
to me,
on
so
the
it's fun.
N64 or
It does.
the Wii U. And so, I mean, there's been a couple of times that I'm like, let's only play the N64 games, or let's go for GameCube, stuff like that. So, or hmm
I did see that.
hmm
Yeah.
or you may really really love some of the crazy mini games that were on like the Wii part Mario Party one. So
Because you may
and
have you may have
you
nostalgia
can
across
say
different,
exactly
like
which
me and
one,
Russell played the
which
64 ones,
system
and
you want to
then
go for,
my
or you can
cousin
just
joined
say
us when we had a
all, and it'll
GameCube,
throw
so
you a
he
random
might be
mix.
more
So
inclined to play the GameCube ones and really get a kick out of those. And
gosh, no, the one
yeah,
that was interesting though was the there's a game where everybody lines up in a row,
that's what
and
we
you
did.
all
That's what we ended
take
up doing
turns
just
like
to see
running
what was
up
on there.
onto
Did y'all
this
have any favorite
platform and
mini
pushing like
games or
these
anything? Is there
levers
anything that
down,
sticks out?
and there's a giant Bowser head behind you. And so you got four people, and there's, I want to say, six levers or five levers. And so everybody takes a turn running up there and pushing a lever. And every time you push a lever, the character turns around and looks at the Bowser head, and he's either going to just like puff out some smoke, or he's going to sit there for a minute, and then a counter is going to start going like 3, 2, 1, and it explodes, and your character flies off the screen. So it was always that one like, because they're all different colors, and you're like, which color am I gonna pick now? And then you sit there, and then if it takes a little bit longer, you're like, nope, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, and then it starts counting down, and yeah, it's always it's crazy, man. It's always fun though. This one is good.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
those are great. Yep. We our it's awesome. Our two highlights, we had one where Chain Chomp is like coming down an alleyway towards you, and you don't know how fast he's gonna go, and he's like busting down trash cans and stuff, and it's always a different rate that he comes at you. And all you're doing is your character's facing the camera, and he's coming towards you like Crash Bandicoot style. You have to hit a
Yeah.
button to turn around and show the
We
flashlight.
we
And when
had
you
that
show a
one the
flashlight,
first
he
time we played,
stops.
and
But you want
it was
you
right
want the
there,
chain
and
chomp as close
I'm
as
like, okay,
possible
now,
to you
and immediately I'm
before you
turned
hit that
around and
flashlight
it
and
gets
stop
me.
him. And then that's how they
So
award the winner. And the
yeah.
baby was just afraid every time. Like as soon as we got in the game, they were hitting the flashlights, and he's like, "Chain Chomp's way back there." And then, uh, yeah, because sometimes he'll stop. Sometimes he'll stop super close, and then sometimes you just get bowled over. Like we practiced that one a couple times. And then the other one that everyone loved, you're on an island. You're on like a circular island type thing, and you're rolling up snowballs. And the bigger the snowball is, you could push somebody over and push somebody off. And just it was nonstop hijinks with that one because you had to stand there and build up your snowball, and then you had to push it. And as you push it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you knock people off with it. And so three of
So
us were just
over
like up at the top going at each other.
in
The
between
baby's
Halo
down
and
in
over the
in the corner
holiday,
or
if we
in the bottom
could
part of the circle, just like rolling
take
around, rolling
take a
around, rolling
minute
around,
and
and it
try and
just came and wiped out
fix
all of us. Like I was their
the
strategy the
audio
whole
issue,
time. I
and
was
then
like,
stream that.
how did you do that? How did you know to do that? And it was, man, we had so much fun. We're gonna do it again. Beautiful game
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
Plays
Streamlabs
super well.
OBS. Streamlabs OBS. We're
Yeah,
talking nonstop.
I think that's a good idea. That'd be a fun ass stream. At least we're using OBS and not the fake streaming software out there that ripping people off. Fuck them.
No,
No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen them
Yeah, I
I
anywhere
see
used to
now.
yet.
put them
My
in a
Skype
Kroger
windows
or
lit
a
up
grocery
like
store. I don't
talking
pick them in a
nonstop.
retail outlet.
I have been though. I know, right? Time to hear somebody else. Is that it for me? Mario Party, Zelda Game and Watch. Have y'all been out and about and seen the Zelda Game and Watches places? I, okay. I saw one in Target. I had to pop in Target and grab something, and I saw like 5 of them in Target. So hopefully these things are easy to get a hold of, just like the Mario Brothers ones were and still are. So they're really cool. Definitely go grab one. That's it for me. I played a little Oblivion with that frame rate boost, and I played a little bit of Time Splitters, and it fires up. It goes in 4x3. I want to try a game that has a widescreen option just to see if it like natively picks that.
Yeah,
I would
we
assume
can.
it would, but it'd be cool to have a choice either way. But Time Splitters
Outside of
should put
Halo
me
Infinite,
straight
I think
into
the only other game I've been
4x3.
playing is I've been playing
And I played like that
Shin Megami
that first
Tensei
level.
5.
But that's about it.
Uh,
Whatever you guys
like
got.
5 hours into it. I mean, it's pretty good. It's
Yes,
probably
our
one of the
love- our
better
love of
Tensei games
Halo
I've played
Infinite.
before. It's
Cinco.
much darker. They're all dark. All the Tenseis are dark.
How is that?
That's just the way the stories are told.
Yeah, it's kind of like Persona, but it's darker, and you don't
I just
have
got
the
that 3
Persona
remaster.
aspect.
Am I okay?
Yeah, Persona's
trying that
more
one
of the
out and
daily
see if I
life and
like
social
the
aspects, while
atmosphere and
Tensei
the
pushes you
lore and the battle system and
to
everything?
you cannot just go and collect demons and just go
3
throughout
is
the game and
darker than
expect to
5.
win. The biggest thing is fusion. They
Yes.
expect you to fuse these demons to get different types of
Right.
demons to build your strength to go along with the story. So if you're going to go in callously and get attached to certain characters, then you're not going to do well. They expect you to sacrifice people and do constant experimentation on getting different types of demons. So like when you play this game, you play it's like it's set in modern day Japan, and it's a protagonist that you can name, and you end up going to a school, and they note that there's like weird grisly murders happening
Okay.
after school, so they have everybody walk in like these groups home to the dorms. The dorms are further down the street, and as you go through it, something happens, and it seems like you don't know what happens. Something happens, and it seems like you're transported to another Tokyo, which you're still coming up with theories on what it is, and then you meet some kind of like a spirit called Aogami, which is pretty funny because Ao is blue and Gami is used for hair, blue hair, which is the character you turn into later. But he merges with the protagonist, and they create a being known as Nahobino, which is like a type of god or some type of thing. It's not it's not human or demon. It's like some kind of spiritual thing. So he fuses with him to survive in that world. And as you go through, they kind of show you the mechanics of the game where you can befriend demons, and it's not easy to befriend demons because you can do a straight talk to. And it's kind of like Persona, but it's a little bit deeper because like Persona was like rock paper scissors. So depending on the mood of the demon in Persona, you just do the opposite in rock paper scissors, and you can recruit them. This one is like every time you talk to a demon, depending on the form of the night, and there's form of the moon, and there's like 8 different forms of the moon, you get a different conversation with the demon, and they'll give you different aspects. So if you're not successful, they'll keep attacking you. So there's a lot of trial and error in there, and some of the responses are not the same. Localization wise, it's done pretty well because like each demon has like their own feel and say. It's like if they, it's done very well. It's like it's amazing they had launched this worldwide because like if you go in there and just look at the options on there, like it's like if a demon hung out with us and had our to speak with like normal people would speak, it's all in there. Like there's points in there like. There's a demon I was trying to recruit saying he didn't want to be a fuckboy.
Like
I was like, really? He said fuckboy in there. I was like, that's crazy. That's the words he says. Like, I don't want to just be another fuckboy. It's like it has that type of dialogue in there. It's like it's pretty funny, man, and it's intense and it's hilarious. So,
Beelzebub. Yeah, just kind of showed up. No.
Outside of that, it's pretty good, man. It's like as you go through it.
Well, there was a demon hanging out with us earlier.
So you're trying to figure out what happened, and like you're getting bits and pieces. Like some kind of battle happened in Tokyo, and you know it's like a desolate Tokyo, and it's like completely destroyed. And there's demons all over the place, and apparently something happened. Like angels, demons fought this war, and it destroyed everything, and not everybody's over there, and it's like in a different time place, and you don't know what's going on. So it's like. On this story bit, I'm kind of just fucking around in it. I gotta mash that camera down. It keeps getting shaken loose. It's kind of like I got to get to the Tokyo Tower and survey the land. and see what's going on. It's still slowly just pulling me into the story. And so as you go through, you get like an open map, and it's linear, but it's not. So like you have to follow a set path, but it does give you branching paths where you can go like up buildings and side paths up there and like kind of do a little bit exploring. But it limits you to a certain area. It's not like those old school RPGs. But I think Persona's always been like that. It's not a huge thing. No, they're on the field. So you can do in a whole slash them first to start a battle first, so you can get the first attack. Yeah. That type of thing. I remember what Super Mario RPG did it, didn't they? I used to jump on them. That's the only one I can think of like way back, but then again, I didn't play a lot of RPGs on the Super Nintendo days, so I'm sure maybe there was something else there. So
I like that. Who was the first to do that? That's been in a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can jump on their heads to start it.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure Dragon Quest was probably on there too. Maybe like a Super Nintendo remake or something.
I feel like Zelda 2 when you were out in that main area.
So I mean, I'm not entirely
like sword attack those things when they were coming at you. They either just hit you or they did.
Like 5 hours into it. As I go through,
I bet it's like an Ultima or Dragon Quest.
I'm taking it slow. So I got into like level 10.
The new Dragon Quest.
And like your fusion levels for the demons are based off on the levels you're at. So like I can see what demons I can make, but there's certain ones that I have to be at level 20 that I can't get to yet. I'm not a high enough level. So it's a lot of slow grind. And it's like one of those games where if you're gonna play, you have to be patient. It's I think
got like a minimum 70 hours to technically beat it.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably get rid of the difficulty. I think there's a casual mode you can download. There's a DLC for casual mode. So if you just wanted to go through and kind of experience and enjoy the story, and not have to sit there and play the demon souls of RPGs, and you can definitely do that if you feel that way. If you're self-inclined, you can definitely go that route, and that's definitely something you can do. But outside of that, the games typically it's a slow burn. That's how they do it. They expect you to go through, get as many demons as you can, make different combinations, fill the demon decks up, and figure out what other demons you can make, and just go through it from there. So I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like a compendium or something. I forgot what it's called. I'm just gonna call it demon.
Yeah.
But that
demon.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's about it. I mean that's pretty much all I've kind of played outside of the game we all played. And I played a little bit more of Deathloop and still fucking around with that.
It's a throwback to our last podcast title. It was Demon Decks.
I think it's like 25 or something like that Black Friday or something like that. I know Guardians of the Galaxy is supposed to be like 30 and 25 in certain places. That's when I'll buy it. I'm glad I waited.
I tried to get it on sale and
but
close.
It was $22.99.
It's up there.
I had a $5.
It's up there. It's
Top 10 at least, right?
Top 10 at least. $59.99. I was like, I'm not doing this. It's gonna be cheap Black Friday.
Yeah.
I'll try it out at that price.
Yeah. It's the Game Awards list is pretty interesting. But yeah, that's
Brant's game of the year.
I'll hand it off to Brant because I mean after that it's just the game we've been playing mostly this week. That's what I've been playing outside of
Guardians
watching like
Guardians wasn't on that list.
Hours
it's gonna be a sleeper hit
of anime
Game Awards list. I'm sorry.
So yeah. I played some Mario Party Superstars like you said, but then also I've been playing with my Zelda Game & Watch. I always start because it was probably my earliest introduction into gaming was the original Legend of Zelda, and it's still one that I can go back to and play over and over and over again. And I have with me
awesome. I love them,
and I use it every time I start playing just to get my bearings and things like that. The original official Nintendo's player guide, and I think I've gone through like the first couple dungeons. One thing about the Nintendo official Legend of Zelda Game & Watch is when you are selecting any of your game files. I know with is it Link's Awakening? I think it may have to be like a brand new file, but you can press and hold the A button when you go on the file select screens. And when you go down, select your file, just press and hold A rather than just, hitting start. And you'll hear the do. And when it boots into the game, in the Legend of Zelda, you have full hearts. In Legend of Zelda 2, you have like the full stats, like hearts and magic are full. And also you get full hearts in Link's Awakening. You can do it on the clock, I think, the little timer setting. And rather than counting down, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is it instead of being that beeping timer, I think it goes into
That's
like
awesome.
instead of counting like down, it counts up, and it's like an endless screen where you can just fight enemies.
Yeah.
If you do it on
Timer beeps nonstop.
and if you
I'm
do
like,
it on the
get off
clock,
this.
if you press and hold A on the clock, it rather than playing that little bit or that like the clock ticking sound, it starts playing the Legend of Zelda theme, and you can just press and hold A and it'll go back to normal.
There's all kinds of shit on this thing.
But it's pretty cool. There's a lot of neat little touches that they did for this thing, and I mean, we kind of talked about how it was semi-disappointing or a little of a letdown that this was kind of their only celebration, but it's a cool little piece of hardware.
Sweet.
And obviously, we're enjoying it. Yeah. So.
Hey, we got something. Got that in the shitty version on Nintendo Switch Online.
It is a neat thing, yeah. I mean, I feel like I got a Game Boy. I got a Game Boy with my
it's
first
an
Game
old
Boy
guy,
game again.
man.
That's
What
what
year?
it feels like.
What year?
That just happens to play 2 other games.
But yeah, I love running through this. Gosh, one of these days, and maybe
You're following
because
this guide
it's
pretty good,
it's
huh? This guide is older
tiny
than you,
little
Brand. I just
portable
noticed that.
thing
It's
I can
almost
just
older
throw in
than
my
me.
pocket and go. Maybe this is the time we beat
87.
Legend of Zelda 2. No, you can. You actually can. That was.
You know what you have to sacrifice, Brand, to beat Zelda 2, you know. But you have to
No save states or anything.
sacrifice your Brand soul.
Oh.
How do you save state?
Gosh, I can't remember. I saw something about it.
Our Dark Savior.
I'm gonna have to find it
Are
again.
we gonna beat Zelda 2?
Because I think it. Gosh, it's not
Take
doing
him.
it. Oh no
Take him
no.
now. I want to say I can beat Zelda 2. Get rid of him. So good.
No.
Brant, you're looking a little hot. Are you?
It's
warm under your feet.
it's some combination of
smoke rising up.
these 4 face buttons. I can't remember if it's.
Oh God, that's never gonna get old.
I was about to say I can't remember if it was Nintendo Life or who I saw
Don't
it
take
from.
his soul
I'll have
now.
to
He's
find
trying
it
to show
again.
us something.
But I know there was somebody, and you can actually access some save states by. I can't remember if it was like
Is there a
A,
good
B.
place to go to find out that breakdown? Can we find that breakdown somewhere? Did Nintendo post that or anything?
But anyway, there's some way to do that on here.
Okay.
And I mean, technically, if you just press game
And watch.
if you press the game button, you'll exit back out to whatever the game select, and you can get back into any of the games. And so, like, if I go back out, I'm already at that's the Link's Awakening, and then I press it again, and I go back to the Legend of Zelda and the original. and I'm still in there. So I mean, it's, and you can, at any time you can reset the game, but I mean,
Oh, nice. Yeah, I hear Link's
especially
Awakening.
while you're going, you don't want to do that. And then you just press the power button and it puts it to sleep. So you can just immediately put it to sleep and come back to it any time.
That's
So
awesome.
technically,
That's a good
there's your
feature.
save state.
No, here you go, Richard. I found an article just about that. You can play straight through, or just like Brant said, or hit the game button to switch to another, saving your progress. There are no save states beyond that, though. So get ready to die a
That's a good thing to
gazillion
know.
times in Zelda 2.
But like I said, if you start a new game and press and hold A when you are at the select file screen, you'll start with full hearts, full magic, everything. So at least it starts. You'll start out with an advantage.
Yeah, we'll still lose 28-3. So
Yeah, that's accurate.
some will call that Half-Life.
A little cheat code thing.
I popped back in Guardians of the Galaxy. I had
this down here, and I haven't had this plugged up in months. This is Super
trophies
Mario Brothers
I'm
one.
still trying to get.
And I turned it on.
I think
it's got
now
half battery.
I've.
And I guess that battery just lasts forever.
4 or 5 left that I'm trying to get before I get the platinum. But I mean, there was I don't know, at least 7 or 8, I think, costumes that I missed the first time going through. Because there's a few things where if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss like a tiny little area you can walk down and get some of the costumes or a collectible. But just going back through that, and after you beat it, it's super easy to just go through and pick which chapter you need to go to, and go through, grab your collectible, exit back out, go to another chapter. So and then other than that, we played some Halo Master Chief Collection, I believe Monday, or no. What's that?
It was Monday when it launched.
No, it was Sunday. It was Sunday. And then
Master Chief
Monday.
Collection.
Yeah, Monday.
That was like what, Friday or Saturday? What day would do that?
Yeah, it was. Was it Sunday or Sunday? Saturday or Sunday?
Okay.
But then Monday came around, and as soon as that multiplayer for Infinite was coming down, we played a bunch of Infinite together. And I've got some crazy clips where like last night we were playing. I know Cesar wasn't on there, but we were playing with a few friends of the show, and we were playing Total Control. And I'm on a point, and I kill like 2 or 3 enemies, and then I pop up to get another enemy, and a wasp flies right overhead and shoots and kills me. And I'm relaying that to everybody. I say, okay, there's a wasp in the air. If somebody can help take care of that. And right as I say that, a dang dropship comes down to drop off a vehicle and takes out the wasp. So
I've been taken out by the dropship, just flying across the map, and the dropship happened to drop something as I was flying across the map on those catapults. I was like, great, died instantly.
I've had twice now my get killed, and my dead body's laying on the ground, and all of a sudden my dead body levitates off the ground and does a flip.
Yeah.
So and it was funny. Me and Cesar were playing, and it happened then. And then when I told you about it, we played a game, and my body flipped like head over feet in another game. Because the first time it flipped, and I just like
I haven't seen that anywhere
around
else.
in a
I've been watching
circle.
a lot of clips. I haven't seen that anywhere
the time
else.
with you, it was funny. It just went head over heels, and then it like clipped right back to where he was.
Okay, now I got the Lennis
crazy.
Morissette song stuck in my head. Damn you, Brent.
But oh my gosh, they did actually go live today with some of the updates to the experience. No.
Head over heels. Yep, I was thinking it too.
Yeah.
Head over feet. It's a good ass Halo.
Night and day.
The battle pass. Yeah.
Have you seen that yet?
Yeah.
I have, and it's much better. It's much more
Hey,
like Master Chief, where you're
I'm all
getting
about
stuff,
getting
you
that
see
Nerf
that
gun
meter go
DLC
up
when
because
the
that
price
progression
drops.
was way too slow before.
But still, I mean,
And he's
it's
talking
just
about like the season pass
it's
and
so hard or it
seasonal, I
was,
guess just the seasonal
because
unlocks. Yeah.
you'd get weird
Which is all
challenges
cosmetic.
and
It's
things
all
that just,
changing the way you're
may not
starting with.
pertain
So
to a game
whether that
mode you're
grind is a cup of
playing,
tea or
or may not
not, you may
benefit
want to invest in that.
any part of what objective you're
There you
trying to
go.
reach. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Or a lot of the times when I'm playing with you guys, we get
Right.
shoot
A good example is
anywhere
like
between
killing
6 to
enemy
12
Warhawk,
people, and we've
it's
got
a
to do big team
4v4 capture
battle.
the flag
And
with
one
no
of my
vehicles on the map. Like, you
things
might be
is
playing a bizarre map,
play a
no
game of
vehicles. It's like,
oddball,
okay, why is this
or
one of
win
my
a game of
challenges now?
oddball, and it's like,
You're charged to swap challenges,
how
right? You can't just
if
flip them out.
I can
Yeah.
do that on my own. It's not a big issue, but if you're playing with a big group of people, you're gonna have to wait, and that challenge is gonna sit on your screen, for a while.
And I think we played one, brand, didn't we, where they kind of destroyed us?
Yeah.
That one sucked.
Oh, I don't know if I had it then. But there's also stuff that's like, use a very specific weapon in a specific type of way, and it's some of those challenges are just they're
sucks.
weird, but
they
hopefully they're gonna fix it a little bit more.
Did y'all get credit for that oddball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, we eventually, I think it was 9. Yeah.
They listened to community feedback. The game launched Monday, and the patch is out Thursday, so there's already a quick turnaround on that. The game's just fun, man.
I would
we
like to
find
see
games
some
all the time. That launch
matchmaking
night we
options,
had,
though.
was it 8 people in our fire team? 9 of 12 was.
Yeah.
I think we got up to 9.
Yeah.
Just rounding up people to play Halo, and everybody's loving it from what I can tell. I've had one person a little bit more, and I don't like when all of us are together and we're in a queue. I don't want to have to hit play every time to get out or to start the next match. Like, just keep us rolling. And then also, like, when you see the leaderboard in the game, when you get out into the normal thing, like, it's not there. You can't see the breakdown of everybody's stuff. You have to go by fire team and break down each individual person and look and see how they did. And it just, why not bring that splash screen from like mid game? Why not bring that into the end thing, like Master Chief Collection, so you can check that out. I'm not wild about that. What I was saying, the only complaint I've heard is from someone using an original Xbox One, so I don't know if that hardware discrepancy makes it a worse experience or not. But and we were talking about this in pre-production. I didn't want to go too far into it. But Cesar and I were playing around right before we came on here, and he had done a capture the flag before that and scored all 3 of the points on capture the flag. So that's actually one of his specialties.
I think Behemoth is the desert.
So we go into this match, and you scored the first 2 on this one, and they start coming back, and it is 2-2, and I'm like, oh my god,
overshield at the bottom.
We're gonna go to some tiebreaker thing. So I had been kind of playing the middle ground, trying to like swing back and what map is that, Cesar? Is that Behemoth? Is that Behemoth?
I double killed 2 of them.
Sniper rifle towers.
So I knew it was good for a while.
You have like the ramps on each end, and then you have the lifts going out. Yep, overshield at the bottom if you want to go down there. So we had some pretty good like volleys defense back and forth, and I was kind of playing the middle ground that way. And Cesar goes and gets the flag. He's coming. He's like, here I come. They're after me. And I went the wrong way. Yep. Yeah, you had some credit built up, but somebody caught up to you from somewhere. And I went the wrong way to the ramp. I looked at the video after that, I
It
went
was,
to the
it
left
was
and then
almost
cut
War
back
for War
right. I
Halo
think if I
1
had jumped
again.
down, I could have had that guy off
I
immediately.
never captured the
But
flag.
as I'm coming down the ramp, this
Cesar,
guy kills
Cesar and
Cesar,
I
and Cesar
had
drops the
a game,
flag.
a
And then I
CTF
was
on
working
that
on
exact
him. I
same
knocked that
map,
guy down, and then there was the flag, and I
and
just ran
it
up the
was
ramp
right
and
after
scored.
everybody
It was
else
one of those
dropped off,
Halo,
so we
like,
got 2
it's
randos in
happening
there,
so fast, and
and
the
the
way everything
randos
just
were,
flows together, and
They
we scored.
suck. I mean, we were down. Remember,
They
2-0.
were-
We came back
yeah.
and won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we
Died
sat
at
there
the
for
end.
a
You
while,
never
and
achieved it.
they scored 1, and then we're like, oh, it's gonna be one of these, and then bam, they scored 2, and we were like, okay, this game's done, and then finally, I think Cesar got the
Ours-
flag that first
Cesar,
time,
ours didn't know what they were
and
doing.
ran
They
it,
had no clue.
and then I got the flag, and they took our flag, and I'm like sitting in the back of the map, like huddled up behind some rocks, and Cesar's just defending me, and the 2 randos are
You're like,
running
"Oh,
over
shit."
there.
I forgot about the
Like-
rocks. You were just sitting there forever. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I'm sitting here trying to protect you. And it's like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I can see them
We-
going over there, just dancing
Yeah,
around.
we see them just kind of like running back and forth on one side of the map. They're not dying, but you know they aren't retrieving our flag or anything yet. And it took them a while, but they finally killed the enemy, retrieved our flag, and nobody came over and killed me. Like Cesar didn't. He like kind of stood off
They
to
just
the
took
side
off.
and was like checking everything, and but then we wound up coming back and winning, and it was such a good game. We were so hyped, and then we played like 2 more games.
Oh,
and
the next one was that weird
the
oddball, and we lost so bad.
the oddball, yeah, we got ran.
Well, we had professionals and we were playing against on our team.
Yeah.
Literally, as soon as I got it, we were gunned down immediately. It's like it was constant gun downs. I don't know where they played that map so often. They were all in the weird corners, and there's like 3 people guarding them. It was bad. Oh god, they just
I
had to
love
be.
oddball. in
we
this
had
game.
no
It is
chance.
so
I think we had
much
8 seconds on that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Oh.
bad, dude. It was so bad.
You had like Major League Gaming guys you were up
Total
against,
Control.
and gals.
Oh, I did 200-0 on my very first game, right before I joined you.
Russell
Yeah,
and I at
right before I
Lunch
joined
Hits,
you guys,
Russell
my
and I
very
ran.
first
Remember how
game in the Infinite
we did the perfect
multiplayer. It was
200 to
so
0 on the what's the zones in this one called? Total Control. Remember how we ran them 200 to nothing in the tech test? We won this one 200 to 7. They just barely. You did another one?
Okay, yeah.
This game, it's just going to be these emergent, like, I need to send y'all these 2 clips that I did. But there was it Capture the Flag last night? It might have been Capture the Flag. Anyway, it's on the Big Wood map, the one that we played the most in the tech test. There's a lift on each side, and there's a sniper up on the cliff side. It's our favorite map. It's the one we kept playing over and over. And they had drove, so I'm looking down the ramp, and here comes the Warthog. It is Capture the Flag because they're trying to get the flag. They're coming up the ramp, and I'm shooting at this Warthog, right? And the Warthog is pushing me. And I'm on foot, and I'm just shooting, and they're pushing, and people are shooting at that Warthog. And then I'm like, I can't kill it.
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
get in it. So they have a driver and a gunner, and I'm on the passenger side, and I jump in the passenger side, and my teammates kill everybody. They kill everybody. The enemy doesn't get the flag. The Warthog gets to that lift, and it kills both of them. And the Warthog takes off in the lift, and then it starts beeping like it's going to blow up, and I had to jump out of the Warthog through the lift. I said at the front of the show, Jeremy's
Powers,
like, there's a lot going on in that
Stockpile.
Warthog.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, oh shit, it's crazy.
Yeah, he's
Just so
he's
much
Arkansas.
emergent storytelling is going to happen with all these modes. I love all the modes. They're really good. We call it seeds. It's called power up or something? Yeah. What is it, bro? Stockpile. You got to go get these like energy seed things. And what I like about it, yeah, use the arts. You got to throw it back in the Razorback. So that broke. I guess that came out. Russell saw it on Reddit and sent it to me. Like you can actually load these. So there's some seeds, these power seeds out of the
what
map.
they want
You
with
have
that
to grab
mode
them
is they
and bring them
want
back to your base
people
and
going
power up
after
everything.
what they call
And
those
what's
batteries
cool is that
slash
like if
seeds,
they
and they
beat you
want
to
some
one,
people
it
to go
doesn't
into the base
reset.
and take
They just
whatever
load
your
some more
enemy
seeds
has
on the map
charging up
somewhere.
there.
But you
So
can't keep
it's like
going.
it's
So if you
enough
if you
people
lost
on
that
that
first
map that you
round
can
5
kind
to
of
4,
get a good team
you still
together.
have your
You
4.
probably
You just have to get one back, and then you'll
sprung
be
them
right
because
back
I mean,
in
you're,
there.
if you're
So
sitting there
it's
taking from the
got real
base and then
good
taking what's on the
pacing, I
field,
think,
you're
with
gonna
that.
mess up the other team, and they're gonna have to prioritize and like, all right, we gotta protect our base, mess them up. So I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can play that game to
And
make it
steal them.
interesting. So.
Yep, because you can take them out of there.
That one, and I think the big team map or mode or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
that's called is that's the one that has a weird ass capture the flag where we are all confused about where we had to go to capture the flag because it wasn't where the other flag was at. You had to go into
And that one has a good flow of like the swing of the battle back and forth, whether you're trying to push or flank or try to go down the middle. I think I've only played that one on that one map too.
There's always some confusion. You can tell somebody who knew was in there because they're always trying to go over the flag. And it's like, why isn't that happening?
Yeah. Right, they had a different. It's like the flag location was different from where you would normally score. Like where their flag came from and where you had to score was 2 different spots on the base, and that threw me off one time. Yeah. Yeah, and remember that one I died? You picked it up and scored because I got so close to it because it took me forever to try to find it. It didn't steer you back to the right place. The maps are great. The modes are awesome. I like the random. It's almost like Action Sack that we play on Master Chief Collection, where it just always gives us something different. We always have something different we're doing, and it breaks it up. Like if I'm getting my ass handed to me in big team battle and we're not really competing, I can go try a 4v4.
I mean, it's a smart thing to do.
Do
It's
something
free
in
play.
there.
You want to get out there and people figure out,
try
what's
something
broken
different,
and what's
and
not, and what works and what
it's
doesn't.
awesome,
You
man.
can
I'm
sit
so
there and
glad we
develop
got
that
this
game all day
early.
long.
It's super polished.
Type
It
of
seems
game.
like an extension of the tech
You
test.
just gotta
You
get
don't
to
even have
the
to
point
have
where
Xbox
They're fixing
Live.
things super
you gotta get to that
fast.
point where the
That
quality
progression
is
was the
in a
biggest
acceptable
thing.
realm.
It's awesome. Play Halo Infinite if you can.
So you don't even have to have Xbox Live.
Yeah.
It's completely free. If you've got an Xbox, you can download it
Multiplayer,
for
you
free,
can go
play it
multiplayer.
for free.
Get it in people's hands.
Hey man, we spent $10 on
What
the
was that,
battle
Brent?
pass. Give them money.
And it's dropped in
You
price.
don't, do you? That's wild.
It happened.
New Halo. That's crazy. Tell me that 15 years ago. I'll tell you you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. I did spend.
I mean, it's,
Yeah,
as
no,
you go
it's
through the
$8.99.
battle pass, you'll
Thank
get
you for
those
the show, Wilson.
things you can do XP.
People are
boosts,
complaining
change your
about they
characters,
spent all their
swap them
challenge
around. So,
swaps.
there's things in
and
there.
Then they
Just
changed it today. It's like, what am I supposed to do? I already
moving
did
up the
my,
levels of that
I
battle
did
pass
it before you corrected it.
True.
True. I don't know how often that stuff resets. I haven't really dove into those. There's good tutorials and stuff on there.
It's not too fast. It's the right speed. It's not too fast and it's not too slow. Before it just felt like, damn, I ain't doing shit. I played like 18 matches and I'm like still level 0. I'm like, what the fuck? So. But thing's 100 levels. Like, how am I gonna get all this done before March 20th?
It's a much speedier clip. You feel like you're accomplishing something. You didn't really do that before. You could tell it was moving. Yeah. 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 I'm 5 hours into this and I'm still level 1. Why is this a thing? Something I found today, if you go in the theater mode, first off, you'll get an achievement. But if you go in the theater, it records all of your matches. And down at the bottom, you have like the entire match, and you could break it down between like double kills, point with the oddball, score with the flag. Like you can zoom around on the timeline. You can change in between every person. Like, man, this person was handing me my ass. What were they doing? You can watch from there. It's crazy. I could not believe the depth behind it. Go into theater and boot into that main menu or whatever, and then go into theater, and you can get your clips out of there. Like something crazy happens, you can change the camera angle. It's deep. I could not believe it, and I was like, okay, maybe 1 or 2 matches. I think when I loaded that theater, it had it had 16 or 18 videos in it, and I could watch every single one of those matches the whole way through. And it's not like crappy quality. You're not looking at some thumbnail print, It's like trying to download an old video off 2001 internet. You wouldn't get that postage stamp thing. It looked like the full video. I don't think it was 4K HDR, but it was a solid 60 frame per second, 1080p minimum, and I was highly impressed. And it'll you just go through and break down any part of it if you want to watch the whole match. Your viewpoint, somebody else's viewpoint. You want to jump around and see when somebody scored the flag or when somebody got a triple kill. You can go to that part and pull the clip out of it or share it, whatever you want to do. I was like, holy shit, this is deep in here. Because there might be some good ones we want to save, you know, and have one.
Yo.
I thought that was awesome. And you get an achievement, it's like grab the popcorn or something like that.
Absolutely
so
not.
It's pretty cool. There's a lot of achievements that are popping already. They're like 5 gamer score, but it's just fun to see. You know, you do something random in it, and it pops something for you. Is that our Halo Infinite breakdown? I think that's it for us. Y'all got anything else you want to add on here?